So what we're looking at here is a NetSuite work order, and today I'll go through a contract manufacturing process. So go ahead and enter our finished good, which is our True Skin Serum over here, and that's immediately going to populate the bill of material or the component items within the work order or the assembly process. You can see I'm building about 10,000 of these finished goods, and keep things simple. It's just a one-to-one relationship between the relevant component parts, the fill, the cap, the jar, label, etc. And what you'll also notice here in the last item there is the value-added service or the contract manufacturing component of this. So let's go ahead and hit save. And as soon as I save this, what's going to end up happening is that it's going to initiate a back-to-back or a purchase order for that work order that we can send to the contract manufacturer as part of their production plan, but also from a costing perspective. This is the value-added service that the contract manufacturer will provide to manufacture our finished good here. So let's go ahead and drill back into our work order over here. And I can go ahead and see all the relevant details. You'll notice that we've got a quantity of 10,000 over here, and we've got a purchase order link over here as well. So at this time, I can go ahead and send that purchase order to the contract manufacturer to go ahead and assemble the product. And at some time, they will go ahead and send us a completion report or a production completion report. At that time, I can start creating the builds within NetSuite. Now, we've got an initial quantity of 10,000. Let's say we're working with our contract manufacturer to create these in batches. I could go ahead and hit create build over here. And it's going to go ahead and tell me, well, how many did you build? Let's just go ahead and enter a quantity of 2,000 or 2,000 over here. And then I can start changing some of the numbers as well. So there's a variety of ways to incorporate things like yield and scrap and whatnot within NetSuite and a number of different manufacturing processes. But for here, we'll just keep it nice and simple. And you can see here that we're going to consume not only the value-added service component, but also the individual components in terms of eaches and ounces. Once I save this, all of my components or raw material will be decremented by 200, and it will it'll actually then create 2,000 over here of the finished good. I should say this should be 2,000, not 200. We can also add some inventory detail over here. In this particular case, given that we're talking about cosmetics and things along those lines, we want to make sure that we track any of the serial numbers. Now, if any of our raw materials, lot numbers, if any of our raw material was also lot tracked or batch tracked, at this point, the system would ask, well, what lots did you consume as part of this manufacturing process? And check out our other video where we go through the lot traceability as well. So in this particular case, we'll just go ahead and enter a lot number here and a quantity of 2,000. And if I wanted to enter an expiration date, I can go ahead and do that. We'll just do, say, a year from now. Hit add OK. And under the communication tab, I also have the ability to add any files. So if I want to track any certifications or any additional documentation, I have the ability to do that right here. So let's go ahead and hit save. Now that's completed the first batch of product. It's increased our raw material, our finished good, the serum, by 2,000, and decremented all of our raw material for by 2,000. And at this time, I should expect a bill from the contract manufacturer, which I can book against the purchase order, and all the accounting and costing will be taken care of using this nice elegant flow.